Coming into the match against Dignitas, you got to know your underdogs here. What was the mindset coming in?
We were thinking just play safe, play smart, don't do aggressive calls because that was our downfall in a lot of our early game. We played too ham and we died for it. And this time it's a game of inches and take what you can and try not to die.
So the first thing that they kind of give you and you guys decide to take is the Kassadin pick early. A lot of teams were previously just permabanning this Kassadin. CLG kind of opened the door where they're like, okay, we're fine with playing against it. Dignitas, were you worried that Dignitas had a plan like CLG did to play against Kassadin and it was kind of a trap, or did you just jump headlong into this pick?
Well, I mean, we saw Zhao against Kassadin, and Boy plays a good Kassadin, and we know Prolly does too, so we decided to give it a try. And we've been playing it some in scrims as well, so it's something we practiced, and we didn't really think that Dig would expect of us.
And you didn't think that Dig was going to be able to play it themselves as the first pick? It feels like Kassadin still got that stigma as you can first pick this champ.
I think Dignitas was prioritizing the Thresh ban because I've been playing a lot of Thresh and Braum, and they wanted to take away Braum and force him on a champion that's maybe a little more uncomfortable. Okay. And that's what I read out of that. So I didn't think they would take it first pick.
Oh. Okay, so speaking of the Braum pick, of course, it seems like your mustache is manlier. Of course, you guys beat him up. Tell me about Braum. So we haven't talked to a lot of supports about the champion all that much. Some we prioritized it a lot. So you picked Morgana against it. So talk to me about some of the matchups for Braum and also why he's so first pick worthy.
I think Braum is a really strong champion, but he doesn't have good hard engage, which a lot of the other supports that are top tier right now have a lot of, like good pick potential and hard engage off of the pick. Braum is really strong at defending an AD carry, like Jinx or Twitch. So really good with non-escape AD carries, just with his crowd control abilities.
And what about playing against him in a lane situation?
Playing against him is really scary. If he ever hits a Q, you have to back off of a trade. And then, because if he gets that stun, you're going to lose the trade no matter what.
Okay.
But if he doesn't hit the Q, he's pretty much like, whatever.
Okay.
All right, so let's talk about really the main story of this game where you guys just won, which is the bottom lane. Because it seems like in a lot of the games you guys do win, bottom lane gets really early triple kills, killing the jungler all the time. We have a replay we're going to bring up here where, Dignitas honestly make a couple mistakes and overextend. Can you walk us through, what was going through your guys' communication as this was unfolding?
Okay, so I think Braum goes onto me over here, so we land a good snare onto Cutie Pie. I dash out, and Braum for some reason flashes in, and we're like, is this for real? Is he actually diving us? And then it was like, oh, okay, free kill here. And then from here, we're saying like, oh, we might think they're junglers here, and Kez was calling that he is actually coming on his way. So worst case scenario is a 3v2, and we actually get the bait, and we get a free kill onto Jinx, and I think Crumbs fails his flash over here. Oh yeah, and then Ken's like, oh, free kill. we're going ham. And it was a really, really big start for us.
Yeah, so you guys had a similar situation in your upset victory over Cloud9 where you also got a good start like that, and the jungler came, and you also turned it around on them. At this point, now this is really, you're feeling like, okay, we can snowball this game, right? What is the plan after you get this big lead for the bottom lane to really exacerbate the issue here and actually finish this one?
Well, before I was thinking we should, kill him over and over, and try to snowball the game. But again, I was saying it's a game of inches. Take their bottom tier turret, try to keep pressure on the lanes, rotate to mid lane, take that tier 1, let our Kassadin free roam, do his thing, do what Kassadin does best, just kill squishies. And I would say we won the game from that play.
Yeah, you did a really good job. And I actually have an image I want to bring up that I saved from the game of your vision control that you had over Dignitas after this early lead. I mean, just look at this image. They literally have 0 wards on the map right now because of how well you guys have pressured them from that early start. Is that something that you guys consciously are working towards with constantly invading the jungles and switching out sweepers and bringing the pink wards?
Yeah, that's definitely that we talked about actually last night. If we actually get a lead, our goal of the game is to just control the jungle side that has pressure. So in this case, bot lane, and just starve out their jungler, and eventually we'll just out-rotate them very easily with all the knowledge that we had with wards.
You definitely did that.
Yeah, you guys played super phenomenally. I like the fact that you guys were like, our way to close the game out is to play it like a little bit slow, just like play objectives that aren't like overtly on the maps. Like, oh, not just like rush all the dragons, but to make sure there's no way coming back in. So I like that a whole bunch. Jat in the commentary is talking about you guys being a more strategic team. That like sometimes you guys have these individual misplays that betray you guys. Is that how you read your team as well? Where it's like if only we would stop screwing up the first 5 minutes, we'd win all our games.
Yeah, I would say that a lot of our games we've lost in laning phase, and I think a lot of it is due to sort of the solo carry mindset that we used to come in with. We're trying to move away from that in order to let the teamwork kick in the mid game and late game, so that we can actually get there and just outplay other teams as a team rather than individually.
Yeah, so I know in week 2 we had, I think, Broken Shard here, and he was saying you guys weren't taking enough risks. You had to go like more ham. Are you going the other way with it now? Like you got to play more reserved?
There's a fine balance. You have to have calculated aggression, not just full-on aggression.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's bring up one more replay here, where you guys really turned this snowball into an avalanche, and you crushed the whole team at this mid fight. You can walk us through this one?
Do you want it, Bubba?
You can do it.
All right. So I know for sure. I can't honestly remember.
We wanted to fight here.
Yeah, we were looking to fight here. And Kez gets an amazing flank onto Jinx, and from here it was like, oh, kill Jinx, focus Jinx, and then from there it was like game over, just kill the front line slowly, one at a time. I just know probably it was just going ham on their back line, while I'm just, just auto-attacking people in the front line, just playing it safe, playing scared a little.
You managed to go without dying, so I suppose that worked out for you, 6-0-6 on that one. Okay, so you guys have managed to sort of start refining your style. You guys are doing better. Of course, you guys had gotten shaken up with this roster change with Kez joining in, and of course, Broken Shard being out now for ultimately the rest of the split for you guys. How is Kez gelling with this roster now?
I'd say he's gelling really well. He's not a very loud person, so him coming in as a shot caller, Prolly and Robert were previously shot calling a lot, and he gets talked over a lot, so we're kind of working with that. But other than that, he's been really good and very positive.
That's good to hear. So you guys seem to be going pretty well, guys. Congratulations on the win. We'll see you guys next week as well, hopefully for some more. We're going to take a quick break, though, and while the teams load in for our next match, TSM versus Evil Geniuses, we're going to be right back after this.
I'm ready. Going.